Hello friends, in this video we discuss some topologies on BH. BH is the set of all bounded linear operators on a Hilbert space H. It is a norm space. For any bounded linear operator T, we can define norm T. Actually it is a Banach space and more specifically it is a C-star algebra. But in this video we discuss some different topologies on BH. Let us first recall some definitions from general topology. Given a topological space X tau, a collection sigma of subsets of X is said to be a subbasis for tau if sigma is contained in tau and every member of tau is a union of finite intersections of sets from sigma. That is, sigma is a subbasis for tau if sigma is a subcollection of tau and for all u in tau, that means any member of tau, that means u is an open set of this topology and x belongs to u, there are sets S1, S2, Sn in sigma such that x belongs to the intersection of Si I from 1 to n which is contained in u. Now let us see the general construction of weak topology. Let X be a non-empty set and X alpha tau alpha be topological spaces. Consider the collection F, which is the collection of functions from X to X alpha. The smallest topology tau on X such that each member of F is continuous is called the weak topology generated by F and is denoted by sigma xf. Here notice that X is any non-empty set and we want to define topology on X such that each member of the collection F is continuous and such topology is called weak topology generated by F. We can take any desired collection of functions and we can define the weak topology generated by that collection on any set. Note that the subbasis for tau for this weak topology, the subbasis is the set S which contains all F alpha inverse U alpha belongs to tau alpha. Now we know that open inverse image of open set is open and each F alpha is continuous. Our weak topology is such that each F alpha is continuous and since U alpha is open, we want F alpha inverse U alpha to be open. Thus, U in X is weakly open if and only if for every member X in U, there are U1, U2, Un such that X belongs to the intersection Fi inverse Ui and this is contained in U. If X itself is a topological space, then sigma xf, that means the weak topology generated by F, is weaker than tau. Now let us discuss some examples. Let Xd be a metric space and Fu from X to R be a function defined as Fux is the distance between X and U. Now consider the collection F of all such functions Fu where U belongs to S. Then the weak topology generated on X by this collection is our usual topology given by the metric because Fu inverse of minus R to R, the open sets are like minus R to R and Fu inverse of minus R to R is BUR which is the usual ball. So it is a ball with center U and radius R. The product topology is a weak topology generated by projections. So all projections are continuous in product topology. Now in the third example, we consider CAB. It is the space of all continuous functions on closed interval AB. Already we know that it is a norm space. There is a norm which is a sup norm, that is supremum, because continuous function on closed interval AB is bounded. Now let us see how we can define the weak topology here. Consider Ex from x to r such that Exf equal to fx, and consider the collection of all such functions Ex. The topology generated by point evaluations. All such functions are called point evaluations. The topology generated by all these functions is called the topology of pointwise convergence. So in this case, the weak topology generated by point evaluations is the topology of pointwise convergence, because if Fn converges to f in x, then Exfn converges to Exf for all x, and that means Fnx converges to Fx. So in this topology, the convergence is pointwise. Now already we know that CAB is a norm space, but in norm topology, the convergence is uniform. That means these two topologies are different on CAB. Now consider the weak star topology. The dual space x star of x is the space of all bounded linear functionals on x. The weak star topology is the weak topology on the dual space x star. Because it is a topology on x star, it is called weak star. So it is just a convention. The weak star topology is a weak topology on the dual space x star generated by x, denoted by sigma x star x. That means it is weak topology on x star such that all functions in x are continuous. Now here we have to recall one important fact, that x is contained in x double star by embedding. So suppose Jx from x star to f given by Jxf equal to fx. Then the embedding is given by, so embedding is a map J from x to x double star, and J of x is Jx, J suffix x. So Jxf is actually equal to fx. In this way, we know that x is a subset of x double star, and weak star topology is the weak topology on x star generated by x. By definition, the weak star topology is weaker than the weak topology on x star, because weak topology on x star is generated by x double star and weak star topology is generated by x. And in general, x is a subset of x double star. If the space x is reflexive, then only x is equal to x double star, and in that case both topologies are same. Now let us discuss different topologies on BH. BH is the set of all bounded linear operators on Hilbert space H, and already we know that it is a norm space. That means there is a norm topology which is generated by norm. That is, if Tn converges to T, then norm of Tn minus T converges to 0. Other topology defined on BH is called strong operator topology. It is generated by point evaluations. Remember that all these topologies are weak topologies generated by some functions, but just names are different. So SOT, that is strong operator topology, is generated by point evaluations FHT equal to T of H. So it is the weak topology on BH such that all point evaluations are continuous. Now what is convergence in this case? If Tn converges to T, then for every H, FHTN converges to FHT, that means TNH converges to TH for all H. Thus this topology is of pointwise convergence. So in SOT, the convergence is pointwise. The third topology is weak operator topology. It is generated by the functions of the type f of t equal to inner product tx comma y. So this weak topology, this is the weak topology on BH generated by all such functions. That means all such functions inner product tx comma y are continuous in this case. So what is the convergence in this topology? If Tn converges to T, then f of Tn converges to f of T for all f. That means inner product Tnx comma y converges to inner product Tx comma y for all xy in H. Also, there is a weak star topology on BH because BH itself is a dual space of trace class operators. Now let us see what is the relation between these topologies. So observe the last inequality. Mod inner product Tnx minus Tx comma y is less than or equal to norm of Tnx minus Tx into norm of y. We get this inequality because of Cauchy-Schwarz, which is less than or equal to norm of Tn minus T times norm x times norm y. This is property of the norm of bounded linear operator. Thus, from the last inequality, what we get? If Tn converges to T in norm, then Tnx converges to Tx. That means Tn converges to T in SOT, and it then inner product Tnx minus Tx comma y converges means what we get? If Tn converges to T, so start from the right hand side. If Tn converges to T in norm, then we get Tn converges to T in SOT. That implies Tn converges to T in WOT. So if some sequence converges in norm, then automatically it converges in SOT and it also converges in WOT. So this last inequality is very important. Now let us see how the neighborhood of some operator looks in different topologies. So if A is an operator, then in norm topology, its neighborhood looks like the set of all B in BH such that norm of A minus B is less than epsilon. In SOT, norm of A minus B xi is less than epsilon I for all I from 1 to n. And weak operator topology, it is the set of all B in BH such that mod inner product A minus B xi yi is less than epsilon for all I from 1 to n. In some proofs, we need neighborhoods in different topologies. Now let us discuss some important properties of these topologies, and thus we can check that all the three topologies are different. If X is an infinite dimensional non-linear space and U is a subset of X, then U is weakly open, then U is not bounded. So any weakly open set is not bounded. Thus we get an open unit disk is not weakly open. SOT closure of a convex set in BH is equal to its WOT closure. The closed unit ball in BH is weak star compact. A subset A of a non-linear space X is called weakly bounded if f of A is bounded for all f in X star. Thus every bounded set is weakly bounded. Quickly we can see this. If norm A is less than or equal to k for all A in capital A, then mod fa is less than or equal to norm f times norm A, which is less than or equal to k times norm f. Thus the set is weakly bounded. And the last important property, in a normed space X, Xn converges to X weakly if and only if f of Xn converges to Fx for all f in X star. Now let us discuss some exercises. The first exercise is, if H is a Hilbert space, then show that Xn converges to X weakly if and only if inner product Xny converges to Xy for all y in H. Here you can use the last property given above. Xn converges to X weakly if and only if f of Xn converges to Fx for all f in X star. Also we have to use the Riesz representation theorem because H is a Hilbert space. So we know that by Riesz representation theorem, any bounded linear functional on H is given by the inner product. So using Riesz representation theorem and the last property, we can easily prove the first exercise. Second exercise, if H is a separable Hilbert space with countable orthonormal basis En, then En converges to 0 weakly. Here you can use the first exercise. That means you have to show that inner product ENY converges to inner product 0Y for all Y. But this is true because En is a orthonormal basis. In small L2, which is a sequence space, observe that norm of En minus Em is root 2. That means the sequence En is not Cauchy, and that means it is not convergent in the norm. Thus, the closed unit ball is not compact in the norm. Why we get this? Because all the ENs are orthonormal, means what? Norm of EN is 1 for all. So all they belong to the closed unit ball, and we know that it is a metric space. So compact is same as the sequential compact. What do you mean by a sequential compact set? A set is sequential compact if every sequence has convergent subsequence. And here what we observe? We observe that norm of En minus Em is root 2 for all n and m. That means the sequence En cannot have convergent subsequence. Thus, the closed unit ball is not compact in norm in L2. Let consider now third example. Let H equal to L to N. Consider the sequence T raised to N of unilateral shifts. T is a unilateral shift, that means T of En is En plus 1. Show that T raised to N converges to 0. This is a power. T raised to N is a power. T raised to N converges to 0 in WOT but not in SOT. Thus we get a example of sequence which converges in WOT but not in SOT. Because the last inequality, if sequence converges in SOT, then it converges in WOT. But converse is not true, and this is one example. That sequence converges in WOT but it is not convergent in SOT. Then next exercise, using polarization identity, show that Tn converges to 0 in SOT if and only if Tn star Tn converges to 0 in WOT. And the last exercise is, let Xn be a sequence in an inner product space X such that Xn converges to X weakly and norm Xn converges to norm X. Then show that Xn converges to X. You can try all these exercises. We have discussed some tricks to solve these exercises, and for the conceptual clarity, these exercises are important. Thank you.